Villainous beats, villainous beats, villainous beats. Villainous beats, villainous beats.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is Super Black.
Hey everybody, it is another episode of Blerds Eye View. It's your man on the wall, the man up north, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing your support. And if it's your first time here, well, guess what? Head over to the YouTube channel, hit that notifications button, hit that subscribe bell, you know, all that great stuff. If you're watching us on Twitch, Blerds Eye View 1, thank you once again. And on the Facebook page, so thank you for tuning in. Before I get this going, I want to thank our sponsors. So, who's our sponsor? Well, today our sponsor is here we go. Fight the Power, How Hip Hop Changed the World, which is now streaming. Hip hop legend Chuck D brings together the most iconic and pioneering struggle or figures in the game to unpack the history and impact of this art form on American and global culture over the last 50 years. Don't miss the Fight the Power, How Hip Hop Changed the World on PBS and now streaming on the PBS app. But guess what? You can get it here by just tapping into the show and responding with Fight the Power. You get a signed by Chuck D himself, along with the digital code to watch the film that will stay up on the show, so you guys can watch all that great stuff. But let's get the team in here because, you know, what is the captain without a squad, huh? Let's get Lady Mandalore in the building. What's happening?
Good evening. Hello. How are you?
I do enjoy how you bring that energy. We're going to behave tonight, people.
Oh, not tonight.
Well, you know, it all depends.
How far down in my wine glass I get?
Oh, yeah. Papi Kira's in the building. We also have the cinematic assassin. We'll be watching. What's going on?
Hey.
I was listening to that hieroglyphics earlier. You know what I mean? I'm in my...
If you people have missed that episode, not only did he bless us with some bars, but you need to go follow that brother. Hieroglyphics. He's a dope brother, man. I know him very well. He's good people. And he's a fucking lyricist. And he will sell you a house. And if you weren't looking for one, you're buying one based off the bars alone.
Only the best guests. Only the best guests on Bird's Eye View, ladies and gentlemen.
We do our best.
Top
we got the Black Fox of the Square Circle will be
W2.
We were W2. W2.
Oh,
W2
again. I feel like me and Will need to borrow Carol's lightsabers and just go ahead and get this high ground battle set out.
Wait a minute, why you gotta borrow mine? Get your own. What you mean?
I'm gonna call you Obi once.
Obi
Trice.
Obi Trice.
We'll clean them all. We'll clean them all. You're sorry.
I don't share. I'm an only child. I ain't doing that.
That's it.
Only child gang.
Oh my God. So we have a special guest in the building. Our guest for tonight is Brandon Calloway. He is the creator, owner, and proprietor of Blerd TV. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, what's up?
We're going to be talking about his platform and what it means to be a Blerd and all the Blerd content that's going to be coming to his station and current network that's on YouTube. So, but before we get into that, man, how was everybody's couple of days? I should say.
It's been lovely. It's been lovely. I have not gone to my job. I have slept in.
What? Oh, well, that'll do it.
That's nice. Lovely. And not to see them goddamn people at my office. I can't tell you.
Yes,
what up, Joe?
Yes, Jesus be a day off.
Three days off. Three. I got one more to go.
Off. That's a dream.
Won't he do it?
He came back in 3 days.
If that is not prepare the others.
Right. I've been in my Wakanda Forever mode since it's on Disney Plus now. Yes, I already have the Blu-ray, but you know that's for the special features.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking because it was someone they put a post up on TikTok. I shared it on IG, and I think it's one of the Disney cruise, like the Marvel cruises that they have. Mm-hmm. And they have their actors dressed as the characters, and these particular two characters was dressed as Shuri and T'Challa, and there was this whole. And T'Challa came from the multiverse. He was a multiverse T'Challa, so he was just like, Shuri said, "I missed you. He's like, "I've always been right here," and they did the salute, and I'm like,
right in the fields.
Get the damn onions out the room, please. That's
emotion.
like That's what we're really wanting to see is the team up of the siblings. That's what we really want to see, you know. So I was just like, if I gotta deal with this pain, all of you do. Hey, it was what it is. Other than that, man, it's just been a thing. Netflix is talking about their password sharing crackdown. Good luck.
Like how
Hello
possibly
VPN.
enforce that? And on top of aside from the VPN, how are you going to tell me I can't, if I'm going to somebody else's place and I want to use my password, that I can't use my password there? Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the catch. They say every 31 days you would have to sign back in onto your regular Wi-Fi signal. Oh,
okay.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna be home.
They're trying to do IP tracing. That's not going to end very well.
No,
that's not going to end well.
It's not. So before we get into it with our guests, we're going to talk about a little bit of Blerd news. So, for those who don't know, James Gunn dropped Napalm the other day. And ever since then, it's just been scorching the earth of everything else. So, it's just been announced that James Mangold, who we best known for Logan, will be helming the Swamp Thing movie. Behind this, I loved Logan. It's a great send-off and a great Western, and the movie's just good. It's just well written without having too much filler or attachment. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I welcome it. I think he's a great director. I need writing. It's great that you can whoever gives him the script to shoot is who I'm more concerned about.
Here's the funny thing. When James Gunn dropped his bomb, his Hiroshima, when he dropped his Hiroshima, he literally said in that speech, storytelling is king.
Yeah. So he understood. He heard our prayers. Yeah. He heard our cries, our anguish. He heard it. He heard our complaints. So no, Mangold is a great director. Like I said, I agree with you, Chris. Logan was a great telling of old man Logan story. So he can do well with Swamp Thing. I mean, writing wise, I don't see a problem with Swamp Thing. There are plenty of story. There is plenty of arcs. There's so many ways you can go with it. It's kind of hard to mess that up.
Yeah.
I want to know the writing. I mean, not the writing. I want to know the rating.
Oh,
because are we getting a hard R horror movie?
Yes,
as part of this first phase of
DC. We should. What do you think, Brandon?
To tell Swamp Thing like it is, it has to be a hard R.
Right. What do you think, Brandon?
I mean, I agree. I definitely think Logan was one of the top tier X-Men movies. I'm kind of holding my breath for the whole thing.
I know why. I know where I know where
they announced. Like it has the potential to be amazing, if done right. And I don't know. I want to believe that this time DC is gonna be consistent. This is not the first time that we got a whole slate of, over the next 5 years we dropping this and this and this and this, and then all of a sudden everybody else gone, and now so it sounds great. It sounds great, and something in there for everybody, especially if they do come with a rated R Swamp Thing movie, and then I imagine Superman Legacy gonna be real family friendly. It sounds great. It sounds great.
You know what? And I get where some of your, because I'm the same way. I got where some of your hesitation came from, because we have been lit down. We have been lit down more than once, and I loved how he got in. One thing I will say about James Gunn, he will get in front of something, and even though they have a slate for 8 to 10 years, he gave us a slate that's long enough. He says he didn't give slated except for that first wave of things. He pretty much just gave, this is the stuff that's coming out. We know about the DCEU stuff that's coming out. They're getting that on the table and getting it out the way. And then we know about the Joker 2. We know about Batman Part 2. We know about those are coming. But his particular slate, this is going. We're working on this right now. It was like, and so he's in front of it, and I appreciate that. And he also, the man who seems to come to fix it all, James Gunn, has also spoken with Gal Gadot recently. And he's actually said that he never said that she got the boot. They just shelved the plans for Wonder Woman 3. My thought is with this Themyscira series that he has planned, I'm thinking she's going to have some ties. There hasn't been anything saying that she's gone.
True.
There's just not going to be a Wonder Woman 3.
Even if she is gone, I mean, that series is the perfect time to either reestablish somebody else as Wonder Woman, or to bring her back, like just to answer that question, because it's a big
kind of get things in
right. They're doing something with Superman, they're doing something with Batman. This Themyscira series doesn't necessarily say that they're doing something with Wonder Woman, but kind of implies it. So
yeah, the fact that he's spoken to a couple of weeks ago is telling me, like, okay, they're keeping her around, just in what capacity, because there's no Wonder Woman movie on slate.
True.
What was shown to us, there's nothing there.
Well, they can't put a Wonder Woman movie up because they're resetting the entire universe.
Exactly.
They can't. What they could do is have the reset done, put in the Island of Themyscira thing, and then have somebody come in and change the course of history there.
Yeah.
Or they could just run with the Trial of the Amazon story.
I'm not gonna lie, don't know it.
The Trial of the Amazon story I think would work because, number one, it does bring Wonder Woman eventually into the story, but it focuses on the 3 different tribes, and it actually focuses on the actual contest. But there is a slight problem because you have to explain Doom. You can't really explain Doom until you actually get to that part, so that's the only caveat of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Or James Gunn was just being nosy and wanted to know how she comes back in Fast and Furious.
Shut up. Go ahead. Get off the internet. Get off the internet right now. Just stop.
We never saw a body.
My God.
I refuse.
We never saw a body.
So speaking of resets.
Boo.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Flash film. Prior to all the garbage we were hearing that Ezra Miller was involved in, it was already kind of on the table that this would be some kind of flashpoint, some kind of reset. That writing was on the wall for that already. That never changed. I think what that was changed is how they were going to go forward with said reset. I don't doubt that the film is good enough to do a reset, because what they were putting in, let's face it, we were all here for Michael Keaton's Batman anyway.
Of course.
That was the draw. It was just like, yo, that's Michael Keaton's Batmobile. That's I'm here for that.
I wanted to relive my childhood a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah,
let's give me the 89 Batmobile. I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's walk down that aisle. I'm for that, And we spoke about it Tuesday. This seems to be the necessary evil, not because of money, even though that would be one of the reasons for the studio, but in order to just kind of wipe the slate clean. It was like this was the movie that was going to wipe the slate clean. We have to wipe the slate clean. It's like and Gunn said it himself. He was like, the DCEU was shit. Those are his words. It was shit.
But there is one positive out of this, though. If you really think about it, they could be saying the one thing that by using the Flashpoint paradox to reset everything, what if Ezra Miller starts at the beginning of this movie and we get a different Flash at the end?
Are you saying
that's
Grant?
the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying any names because number one, I'm not getting my hopes up. But
don't do it.
I'm not saying any names. I won't say any names because I would think because we talked about that as far as different replacements for the Flash. But I think
he's saying he's real quiet. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He's just real quiet. That's it.
I'm saying that it would work out because number one, we already know the mess that comes with the person who shall not be named.
Voldemort.
But at the same time, you actually
he might as well. You set it up. I knocked it down. It was there.
It was. Hey, sometimes you gotta volleyball it, but no, I think that would actually work though because I thought about that. I said, what if it was a different Flash at the end of it, to where it's like, okay, we have officially wiped out the Snyderverse. Could it work?
It could work.
Mm-hmm.
Please, just please. That's my favorite character.
That's the only option.
Yeah,
because the people that be over the person who shall not be named decide to make their mark with it. But at the same time, if we're really going by Flashpoint paradox to where everything resets, Flash also could reset.
Yeah,
problem is solved.
It would also be a shame to move forward just without the Flash because of like this person's.
He's part of that. He's part of their status quo for it. Just maybe not that person.
Yeah,
that person is not a part of the. He was like, oh yeah, the Flash is part of the thing going forward, just not that person.
Individual.
We're not moving forward with that one.
That's my favorite character. So like this has been a especially tortured time for me. Like I pretty much thought the movie was going to be garbage, and then like Keaton got involved. I was like, all right, I'm hype again. And then Ezra started like just beating people up in Hawaii for no reason. I'm like, oh my god, they're never going to release this thing. And now fast forward all the way to yesterday, and Gunn is just like the movie's amazing. I was like, I really don't know how to feel about that.
You know what?
That's
right.
But because knowing what's attached to it, that's what it is. It's like knowing.
Gunn is known for throwing curveballs, though. He'll sit there and put something out there. And let's be honest, if we go back, we didn't expect to see what happened at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We expected something bad to happen. We didn't expect Yondu. No one expected Yondu to die.
We didn't expect the holiday special tease, and look what we got. So
imagine, yeah. So to other Will's point, this is gonna be weird. To other Will's point,
other Wills.
I'm gonna just change my name to something else. But the other Will's point, though,
Theodore.
No, it's just saying that Gunn can sit there and say that the movie is great, but he's like, it's almost like wait till the end, you'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it's like to me.
That's
what
it does sound like that. It does sound like that.
Water. Just hold your water.
He
has not disappointed. He has literally not disappointed anybody yet. Yeah. And even with his even with his bad movies, they're still like there's a cult following behind Slither. Like they're still good movies. Hello, hi. Yeah. Nobody will admit. Nobody wants to talk about it, but everybody knows about it. So
I love that.
I thought Slither was good.
I love the film because I love Nathan Fillion, and I'm like, it's a great
film.
It
was awesome.
Hey, listen, I just want them to get to the end of the film. Ezra gets absorbed by the Speed Force or something, and then we think he's dead. And then as we're panning over some cityscape. And we just hear out of off screen, my name is Barry Allen, and it's Grant's voice.
You know what? Said it.
I'm going to stand up and hit a backflip in the theater. I'm going to train now so that when the day comes, I am not a liar.
You know what? You might
bionic knees.
With my bionic knees, yes.
Well, you might as well mark this down as a day in history. So when we watch the Flash movie, and if that happens at the end, you better have an IG video saying, "I told you."
I need to know something because
I told you.
Because season 9 drops this month of the Flash. It's not even a full season. When does the movie Flash drop?
March, I think. No, don't quote me on that. I think it got pushed back because they didn't want to go ahead with Disney. It got pushed back.
Which one, the movie or the season?
The movie.
The movie got pushed back because they didn't want to go head to head with Disney.
And because season 9, if Grant disappears, I'm putting it on the board. I'm taking all bets.
It's June 16th.
There you go.
June, that's when it drops.
Yeah, because I think Disney was coming out with Elemental, and the people at DC were like, "No, we ain't going head to head with Mouse.
Will, I think you're
we're
right.
not going head to head with Mickey."
I'm gonna have to ride with Will on this one because the timing works.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only have 9 episodes, so it's just in time for May sweeps. They'll be done.
True.
Oh shit!
Don't do it. Stop doing the math, man. Don't do the math. You gonna get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up.
It's a real good move for DC if they did it.
That would be. My name is Barry Allen. Fade to black.
No. Oh God.
You don't even
so
get to see him. All you see is
it's not.
It's so corny now. Don't
you get
do
to
that.
see the one. You get to see the one boot.
I don't
the one
care.
boot come in, and all of a sudden you hear, "My name is Barry Allen." Fade to black.
No, I'll throw my drink at the whole screen. I do not need to hear that.
Why you gonna
like absolutely not. Like I don't mind him being in it, but I really don't need that cornball shit. I really do not.
Oh, we're gonna get it.
No,
I mean, he did say people from the live actions in the
are
game.
supposed to be people. It's supposed to be continuity.
I believe it is a high probability that is a thing that will happen. Please don't say that line.
They'll say that line for the simple fact of the voice. That's why they'll say that line.
Yeah.
They'll say that line for the voice alone.
I mean, if you don't blame somebody, blame CW. They made everybody say it except Black Lightning.
Yeah. He was like, I'm thinking of Green Arrow now. I was like, Green Arrow, Flash.
I mean, they say Flash, the Legends. Oh, it didn't say Legends names, but let's be honest, that was a weird intro. But that's all CW.
The Legends was just weird to be just because. Yeah. The Legends walked so Doom Patrol could run. That's what happened. So
y'all don't know how bad y'all got it, man. Oh God, there's so many more better ways that they could be doing this. Those TV shows were good, but they weren't like, it was like beating a dead horse after a while. And then
Legends was probably and I'll admit to that. Legends, because after a while, like after your season 5, you kind of
it goes downhill.
And with the exception of Flash, they stumbled a little bit, but they really faltered because of COVID. So that whole season was
Flash kind of went down after season 4.
The Flash lost me a little bit. Every single season, it was a new speedster.
A new speedster. A new speedster.
You fast though, right?
Every season when I'm the fastest man alive, then all of a sudden, every single season, somebody just a little bit faster than you, and then it's always the mentor that you meet at the beginning of the season turns out to be like it. I couldn't continue.
The mentor was eventually became the enemy.
The mentor and the enemy. All right.
I trained you, Barry. I know everything that you do.
I told you to run fast, Barry.
And it's like, Barry, come on, man, learn your lesson. Like this new dude, that just came in your life at the same time that this new villain just came in your life, kicking your ass. Like it's like the 4th time this happened to you, Barry.
He's a glutton for punishment. That's what it is. He's too trusting.
I will say this: out of the entire series, I give it a Zoom. Zoom never changed up exactly what he was doing. He was the first person that pulled up at your spot, told you what he was going to do, and then did it. And then you still mad about it.
I took your life, baby.
There's only one.
I'm like, damn, he did take your life.
Yeah.
Figure that one out. Yeah.
I took your woman. I took your speed. You are nothing to me. I'm like, dang. And you watched him do it.
In technically slow motion.
Right.
Damn.
So it's I'm with you, Will. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, if anything. And I think this movie's release will create the buzz of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's beyond seeing Michael Keaton in the bat suit again. Hell, it's beyond seeing Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck face off. No one really cares about the rest. They just want to see I want to see how this ends.
Yeah.
To see versions of Batman look at each other.
Yeah.
If him and Thomas Wayne and Batman 89 all looked at each other and was like, this is awkward.
Yeah. It's like that Justice League Unlimited episode. It was like the old Bruce and young Bruce just kind of facing off.
Interesting. It's like I thought I look older. You are older.
Wow.
How do you burn yourself? Easy. So there's that.
How y'all feel about him bringing in Damian Wayne?
I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
it's a different Robin.
There was an actor, I can't remember this young kid's name. I've seen him and stuff before. But when they showed this picture, I'm like, yeah, because it was another movie I seen this kid in. He has this tough kid kind of edge to him, you know.
Was it the Netflix movie with Ryan Reynolds? Is that the
not Adam, not the Adam Project,
not the Adam Project.
It's this other. I'm trying. Was he the bully? I think he was the bully. I gotta see the Adam Project again. But I know I've seen that kid. I've seen that kid and stuff.
Now, Damian Wayne's story is interesting, and the fact they're going with this as a Brave and the Bold, I can get behind that though. I could. It's gonna be different. Although I was kind of hoping Gunn didn't start with Batman, and Batman is my favorite character of all time. But I'm like, you've ran him into the ground. There are several other DC heroes you can choose from.
Look, I love that, but they haven't jumped the shark yet. Until he falls from the watchtower and makes it through the stratosphere with no suit. Yes. That was writers at DC. I'm gonna hold
that's prep time and plot armor.
I swear to God, I guarantee you, Clark was sitting up there in space, just holding his breath, watching him like, this son of a bitch.
But the funny part is, but you know, he's sitting there saying, but he survived. He's Batman. the end all explanation. He's Batman.
It's like I'm like I keep looking at that issue, and I'm just like, how did we get here?
You know what? I'm mad that they gave it a Star Trek explanation. They gave the whole scientific explanation of while he's doing. I'm like, you didn't really have to go that far as explaining atmospheric pressure and oxygen and blood oxygen saturation. I'm like, what person will read this and go, no, that can't happen?
They pulled a Fonzie. They literally jumped the shark. And as I told you earlier in other news, and I told you earlier, Kira, this was something I knew you would love, but our girl is still working. Misha Green is writing another project. She's actually doing a directorial debut in the project is called Sunflower. It's about two women who struggle to escape from a deranged college professor who holds them hostage on a remote sunflower farm, and she's teaming back up with her underground and Lovecraft Country cohort, Journey Smollett.
Yes, Jesus.
Black girl winning. That's
Black girl winning.
Yes,
Black girl winning. I love it. I love it. I follow Misha Green's Twitter and her IG, and I'm like, I found that out from her before Deadline shot it. I'm like, yeah, you don't understand. I seen this news already. I was waiting for this.
Do you think that she's gonna use elements from that? I don't know if she can use it. Elements from that second season of Lovecraft?
Yes, she can.
She probably could.
As long as look, you can use historical references, because historical references are not IP protected, so she can go with that.
Now, as far as what she had planned for the second season, like
that's different.
The mystical and the supernatural and all, yeah, that stuff probably not. But because
just give us another heartwarming history lesson about the dark side of America.
HBO probably threw it out.
Also known as history. Haha.
just go ahead and just drop those nuggets in the movie. That's all I ask.
It's just like, take that, Florida and Texas. Look, I'm still teaching it.
Y'all gonna ban TV? You can't ban TV. That's what you keep your kids occupied with.
I'm actually looking forward to it. She does fantastic work. I've watched Underground, and me and Kira love Lovecraft Country. It's like the season. Had us walking around proud, like proud.
Like y'all ain't y'all. Hey, y'all want to feel bad this week? Go watch Lovecraft Country.
Just one
I
episode.
feel great.
Let me go find a spot where a conservative news station is playing. Let me just find that and change it and walk out.
Eat that, Jason Whitlock.
And Journey Smollett and More Things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throwing it out there.
Yes.
She can act.
She's a fantastic actor. Exactly.
Yeah, she can definitely act.
Singer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot she
fine.
can sing. That's bad.
Fine.
I forgot she can sing.
Yeah.
Was that her singing as Black Mary?
Yeah, that was her
Yeah,
actually
that was
singing.
her.
I need
that
proof.
was the shocking point. That was the shock, the awe, and the interesting point of the Harley Quinn movie for me. It was just like, oh, the sister can blow too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She was singing. She was singing in Birds of Prey. You're right.
Yep.
That was actually her too.
Yep.
I need proof.
Really, Kara, you don't find that suspicious?
I'm not gonna believe it.
Don't be this way, Kara.
I believe she's great in many things. I just want to see proof. I mean,
anytime you are, I can honestly say because she's a child actress. She was a child actress,
yes.
And she's one of the ones that has consistently.
Yeah,
worked.
no, she is. She is.
She
That I will not take away from her.
Yeah, so to see her now, especially in Lovecraft Country, especially the horror scene, the haunted house episode, that
one of my favorites.
Wow, the haunted house episode. That and when they were that in the diner scene, the first episode when she's running woods.
Oh, the diner scene was the diner scene was a lesson in Black people fire exit safety. When one runs, you all run.
That's it. You don't ask no questions. That's just like, and you see, it was a total lesson. She said, "We need to get the fuck out of here." She said it as she was running. And what did they do? They got up and went out the door with her. The only thing they fussed about was like, who's driving? Like, I'm driving.
That's why I was telling. That's why I was telling some people when they watch. I'm like, that was Black people fire exit safety course. It only takes 5 minutes, and you'll figure out exactly what to do.
That episode was Black Fire. That was fire safety course and horror movie etiquette. When running in the woods at night, you stride, you breathe, hands up, track style.
That was
knees high, baby. Keep your knees high.
Knees high. You pray and go.
And go.
That's just what she did.
She had that. That was the first time I saw Lovecraft Monster get winded. Was I the only one that sat there? No,
yeah, I was just like, I'm like, she outran the monster.
Oh,
Black girls winning.
I was like, I hate to be that guy, but go back and watch that scene where they have her run in a split second. You'll see the monster behind her just stop for a second, like he's gasping wind. I said, I think this monster realized was right after.
I might have to rethink this.
I was like, oh my god!
I got food at the house.
You know, as we know, it's February, it's Black History Month, but here on Blerds Eye View is Black History every day. So while everybody's talking about Mandela, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, let's not forget Black Jesus.
Y'all Negroes need to stop immediately.
That's gonna be
y'all better stop.
That'll be in every church fan every Sunday. Just think of our Lord and Savior. Just fan.
This is why you watch the show live, and then you go listen to it because you need to get it.
Oh,
right next to have you. Don't before you scroll. Click like to be blessed by.
Would you like your blessing, my son?
If you don't share this picture of Black Jesus, you will not be blessed this week.
Oh my god! Oh, Kang's favorite song is Kirk Franklin's "Stomp." Oh,
dang!
I'm sorry. I thought about the Ant-Man trailer just when he said it.
I'm here every Thursday and Tuesdays, folks.
All right, there we go. Oh my god! So before we talk to our guest Brandon Calloway, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
This just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day or end it. There's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store. Right. You had enough apothecary cure? Not yet? Good.
You drink it.
I did get up and refresh my drink just a little
bit. So we have our guest with us tonight. I'm going to put him up here so we can all see. There we go. Mm-hmm. And we have our guest today. His name is Brandon Calloway. He is the owner and creator of Blerds TV. Let's talk about this because I like this concept. And I know currently you have the YouTube channel.
Right.
So let's talk about Blerds TV. What's it about? What's it contain for the people who are listening and watching?
Yeah, man. So Blerds TV is, the tagline is for Black nerds by Black nerds, and so starting with a YouTube channel. So I also have a, I have a comic book publishing company called Dark Moon Comics, and so on Blerds TV, like when I launched it, I took the motion comics that I already had for Dark Moon, and then I put it on Blerds TV, and so it's right now it's motion comics, it's some debate, so anime, Marvel, DC debate talk shows and stuff like that. There's some gaming content. We partner with Open Gate Studios, so we got some live action stuff on there, and then we in talks with a few more people to get some more live action stuff on there. And so the idea, it's Blerds TV is super new. Mm-hmm. We are 1 month old, and
new.
Baby.
So we're 1 month old. We just hit 24,000 Facebook followers, and then we're at 2,000 and like 2,300, 2,400 YouTube subscribers, and so it's growing real fast. Mm-hmm. And it came from like I said, I got my own comic company, Dark Moon Comics. What am I at? I'm at 5-6 books published now, and then like I know all those other indie creator guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Concrete Comics and Wingless and
shout out to Malachi and the crew over there.
Exactly. I got a podcast, and I had David Crownson has been on there. It just like all the other people in this indie, like specifically the Black indie comic space. And I'm like, we all doing it for the same reason. Mm-hmm. Like we want to see authentic Black characters created and that really represent Black people.
Right.
And the people that are coming to us, the people that's buying all the stuff, like buying my books and they books, they're not coming because they are quote fans of Dark Moon Comics. They come in because they this is the type of stuff that they want to consume, and they want they want to get it from all of us.
Right.
And so Blerds TV is a way. I launched it as a way, like the fans, the readers want this kind of content, and so instead of having it all scattered, like let's create this platform where we're able to bring it all in, and so the readers can come to one central location and and check everything out, and then just bringing in all kinds of just blurred content. So I got gaming on there. So you got me streaming Elden Ring. We gonna be streaming the Hogwarts Legacy when that comes out. And so yeah, just really bringing all this blurred content into one central location. The goal is that once the audience gets big enough, we'll launch a crowdfunding campaign, and we're $25,000 away from building the apps. So we'll launch a crowdfunding campaign for that last 25, get the apps live, and then we'll move from a free service on YouTube. We'll still keep some stuff on YouTube to a actual paid subscription service. And so working with some animation studios also to get some original animes produced, and then you're working. I'm working with another indie black comic publisher to get some of their stuff done as live action.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the goal is it's gonna be this whole big thing. We're gonna rival Netflix. It's gonna be a centralized hub for black nerd content.
This is what I enjoy about something like this, is because as you see on this platform, we push a lot of black content, a lot of blurred content, a lot of POC creatives out in the space that do not get recognized. And it's just refreshing to know that, when I stumbled across it, do you plan? Well, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Like, go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish.
No. Well, okay, so no, well, I want you to do it. Go ahead. It's your question.
I have a question. I'm jumping in because I've got to leave in literally 2 minutes. But Chris is nice enough to let me ask my question before I go.
I'm a villain. I'm not an ass. There's
no, yeah, there's do you plan on moving your content from I want to say digital, from the digital world or digital hub to actually having a physical building network?
Probably not anytime soon, because a building would cost too much money. And so as long as we can do everything remotely, then I would continue to do that. But so yeah, probably not, because the money that we raise, I mean, y'all probably know animation is expensive.
Yeah.
As somebody that wants to own an animation studio someday, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
several zeros.
Yes,
right. And so the money that we raise is the first thing is we secure the platform, so secure the apps, and so the app will be available in 5 different places. So iOS, Android, Roku TV, Apple TV. I forget what the 5th one is.
Philips or something like that, or somebody LG or something like that.
Oh. Yeah. Fire.
Yeah.
So that's where the first part of the money is just getting those apps, and so once people are able to download them and subscribe, we are we need to purchase some content to put onto the channel. And so I'm excited in being able to go to other black creators and purchase their stuff to be able to throw on to Blerd TV, and then using that money for internal production of some live action stuff and some animation. And so not having a building frees up capital to make sure that we can continue to focus on that.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Baby steps.
Ooh. I'm here to learn, and you have taught me much, sir.
Look, you and me both, because that's one of the things I've often looked at is taking the platform, getting a physical space. Problem is, it's money. Yeah. It costs money. And unless I want to live there, I ain't have my wife kick me out. So see, Kira,
I'm gonna see you guys later. Have a good night. It's nice to see you, Brandon. I'm gonna watch the rest of the show later.
So knowing that you have something like this for this kind of platform, and you already in conjunction working hand in hand with a lot of other POC creatives that's in the field, like indie comics, like you mentioned, Concrete Comics. I know I've heard of Dark Moon. I've heard it. Dark Moon's crossed my lap somewhere. So and it's probably been through IG. So let's talk about Dark Moon Comics.
Yeah. So I started Dark Moon back in 2020. So I started it with my flagship title is Black Spartans, and so it's I'm I'm anime inspired more than I am like Marvel or DC and
Okay.
stuff. And so
there's nothing wrong with
that.
yeah,
we're here for that.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is my number one is One Piece. And so,
You're in good company.
Yeah.
You're in good company.
And so
Very good company.
Black
Very good
Spartans.
company. Very good
That's
company.
what's up.
Very good company.
That's what's up. So right there, my
see there it is. So you know what it is. There it is.
So One Piece there.
See there it is. See, yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah,
it's real.
So,
it's real out here.
Yeah, Black Spartans is it's a word. It's monsters, demons, mythical creatures, and these group of people called hunters. And so Balbino is starting his own hunter guild, and he's going from town to town to town, and they get paid to get rid of whatever mythical creature is bugging that town that day. And so he's on a journey to build the strongest hunter guild of all time. And then the Oni are being wiped out by the hunters, and in this world, like the powers kind of came together at the same time. The Oni came in existence at the same time the humans came in existence. They just happened to win the war. And so the leader of the Oni is he's seen as the villain, but really he's trying to save all of his people from being eradicated. And so they eventually cross paths. That becomes a whole big thing. And on Albino's journey, he meets a bunch of people, gets a bigger hunter guild, and all of that. So it's a large journey centric. Spent a whole lot of time on world building for that. Before we
you had me at Black Spartan, so I was like,
yeah.
you had me at Black Spartan. Once I heard Black Spartan, I'm like, okay, I'm slick over here on the Dark Moon's website. I was like, I dig that. I dig that art style. Dig that. That works.
So we're 4 chapters in on Black Spartan. So I got 1, 2, and 3 are already out and published, and they here in the house, and so people order them. I ship them out myself. And so 2020, I wrote the first Black Spartan script. Actually, I wrote the first 6 before I even published ones. That way I can make sure my stuff made sense. So I wrote the first 6 chapters of Black Spartans. We printed the first one in March of 2021, and then did number 2 and all of that. And then I said, I'm streaming Elden Ring. I'm a huge From Software fan. So Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all of that.
You're with the difficult RPGs. I get you.
You're amongst good company here.
And so I wanted to create a story where a guy gets sucked into, so it's isekai, but where a guy gets sucked into one of those kind of video games. And so I created Reign of Chaos. So literally dude gets sucked into video game world, turns out to be one of the super punishing, and he's just dying over and over and over again. And the only way for him to get out is to suck it up and play through. And so Reign of Chaos number 1 is already published. I switched up the artists and from number 1 to number 2. So Reign of Chaos number 2 is that one's live on Kickstarter right now.
Okay.
And then I got a little mini series going that's also a part of that Kickstarter called Knights of Olympus. So Knights of Olympus I have the 8-pager. And so that one is, the United States government, they find Mount Olympus and they find the Darwin Stone, and they want to evolve humanity to create super soldiers, but they mess up. And when they activate the Darwin Stone, everything else starts to evolve except for humanity. So this little a kid's lizard grows into this big old monster lizard and just eats them and stuff. And so but they eventually become able to evolve technology, and so they create these nano suits that so each suit has a power of one of the or emulates the power of one of the 12 Olympians. Okay. And so we got the Knights of Olympus using these new suits to try to take back the world from their new plant and animal or their evolved plant and animal slavers now. And so that I was thinking more Attack, like that was more Attack on Titan inspired, real dark. Like,
I know, I dig the premise. I dig it.
Yeah,
the premise is good.
Yeah.
And so I got that, and then so that's the manga side, and then actually I have four writers. I have 4 writers who are writing. So I created 6 like superhero characters, so traditional Western comics, and I wrote 2 of them, and then I gave the other ones to some of the other so some of the other black, like the creators that I've came across, and while I was building Dark Moon, and so we got Michael is half human, half archangel. I got a super soldier who can activate 100% of his muscle fiber. And so we got all of these other like heroes that's in this more traditional Western comics. So Dark Moon turned into it went from like, yo, can I write comics? And I just tried to do it to now I got 3 different stories, multiple issues on a few of them. I wrote a 60-pager for Michael, and now we're writing a team book. And so yeah, it grew into a whole thing.
I'm looking at the site myself, and I'm just like, yeah, I really did. And it turns out I was following you guys on Dark Moon. I was following them guys.
Yeah, because I did see the promo for Michael. I'm like, okay, because I do see the comics and I see the manga, and I'm like, I like the different directions and artwork, because I said some artwork is kind of early, kind of Shonen Jump, kind of some Studio Ghibli a little bit, but I mean, it's flawless. Don't get me wrong. I started to kind of add stuff to the cart. That's what I was like. Kind of started to add stuff.
Go ahead, bro. I got it all over here. You put it in the cart. I'll ship it out tomorrow.
See, I'm looking at it, and then I notice you have one where you can get yourself drawn as a character, and I'm like, I already have an avatar. Like this on me, like this is my avatar right there. But I'm like, can I get him drawn in that style?
Yeah, you can. I got a what am I at? Like about 3 different artists that I work with. But that main the art style that you see for the traditional heroes, so Michael and all of them. Yeah, that's I've switched to that being the primary art style across the board. So even so Black Spartans is now in that art style. So Black Spartans chapter 4 will be in that art style.
I am digging, because I was just looking at the promo too. The trailer for it, and like this is some great looking stuff. And like if you guys aren't even following Blerd TV, which you need to be following Dark Moon Comics as well. So get a 2 for 1. So I like where this is at. I like the platform for Blerd TV. And what is your steps for what made you want to create Blerd TV?
Yeah, I mean, literally just like, so the journey that I went on in Dark Moon of like, I want to do this. I wanted to get to animation. And then when you talk to all the other dudes in like anybody in indie comics, the goal is to get to animation. And you really learn, like when you get into it, you really learn that it is a community. My last Kickstarter, before I launched it, I reached out to so Lonzo at Concrete, Wingless, David Crownson, Tyler from Godhood, all of them. And I said, yo, look at my Kickstarter, help, like give me pointers, help me make it better. And like that, they was all on it. Like it's a community. And so if I really want to be successful, instead of trying to elevate myself, I have been thinking of how can I create something that elevates all of us together, because like me being Dark Moon becoming a whole nother Marvel Comics is like that's good, but as a consumer, what you really want is like you want unique stories from all over and all around, and so I thought Blurred TV would be a way to really elevate everybody at the same time, knowing that while like if I'm elevating everybody, then like I am also going to be like benefiting from that extremely. And so part altruistic, but also part just smart, good business.
Yeah.
So you mentioned live action. You had working on some live action projects. Where do you see
we got
those?
some live action on there right now. So Open Gate Studios. So if you go to our YouTube, Open Gate Studios. So Jonathan Armour he's a dope writer, visual effects director, all of that. So he created a movie called Sisters, and so if you go on there, it's 30 minutes long of like fully edited, like all black live action superhero powers, all of that.
This is what. See, yeah, I knew Will seen it. He seen it before I did. So cinematic segment. Do you want to ask him something?
Yeah, brother. When do you sleep?
I was going to ask that question, but as a person that gets little sleep, I figured, why ask something you already know the answer to? But
yeah, I sleep at night. Wow. I do. I still sleep.
So you got the comic publishing, the YouTube, trying to launch an app. Do you play piano or something secretly? Like what's the thing you do to just relax?
Man, I watch anime. So for real, I watch anime and I play video games, and so which is why this is that's the perfect thing for me to do. Like I needed to play. It was funny because like me working was I need to go play Elden Ring so I can stream it.
Poor tortured soul. Just
hey, look, Elden Ring is a lifestyle. You've accepted everything that comes along with that journey.
yeah. But a funny thing, my day job. So I created it. I created that too. So I am the CEO of a nonprofit here in Kansas City that gives grants to Black-owned businesses in historically redlined areas. It's a $2 million. So we're a $2 million a year nonprofit. Like I'm our primary fundraiser, and so we have 7 employees now. Which sounds like I can just take off and do whatever I want, but it's a big ship, and I gotta I need to be present. So it's actually the biggest thing that I do, even obviously more so than Blurred TV or Dark Moon Comics.
Before you go on, I got to give you this.
I'm sitting here letting Sisters play on because I got multiple monitors, so I have Sisters playing on the far end. The reason why my mouth is dropping is I'm like, yeah, you are a Dragon Ball fan.
I want to show.
I didn't make sure. I ain't have nothing to do with Sisters other than like I can't take no credit. It's dope. It's great.
I want to show that trailer. I want to show this trailer.
Yeah. But so Open Gate Studios, when we launched Blurred TV, Jonathan Armour reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I would love to partner any way we can." Asked him what he had. He showed me Sisters. I was like, "Cool, send me the files. We'll get it on. We'll get it on the channel." And so we're gonna be doing a whole lot more with Open Gate to get some of their live action on the channel. Open Gate is also working with Concrete, and so you're gonna see a partnership between Open Gate, Concrete, and Blurred TV.
Let me talk to Open Gate, see if I can get them on
Yeah, because the special effects are really well done. That's always.
I'm going to show this trailer.
Yeah, go ahead.
For Sisters, because this thing looks balls to the wall crazy. Like I'm digging it. I am so taking it. Anytime I can see something different in it and it has us, yeah, I'm all for it. So here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go.
I never knew my mother, nor did any of my brothers for that matter. You see, we only had stories to go by, from what our sensei would tell us from time to time. Funny. One thing he always made clear is that each one of our mothers were fighters to the very end.
Approach with caution. The sky is strong. Have it. Dodge this. You think that was enough?
You mortals know nothing of peace. All you know is power, greed, lust, and hate.
I'll never forgive you for what you've done.
Your rule would be that of the overlord. The people would not thrive.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I want you to beg for your life. You two look like you needed some help.
But with all of us together, there's no way you can win. This ends today!
I dig it.
That final scene, man.
just the anime. I was like, man, someone really took the heart, fight choreography and anime related, and put the special effects into place. I was like, okay, I can dig this. I can get behind this.
So Brandon Tiller, open gate. I'll be reaching out to him.
We'll do. I'll connect y'all in a little Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm all for this.
He doing some good stuff.
I got chills. I'm sorry. I was like, because I just like seeing original content from PLC creators. I just love that stuff, So to see something like that, I'm just like, yeah.
I'm sorry. I just saw something just
like that. That's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to have us put out on a regular basis. Go ahead, Will.
No, Brandon. I'm not laughing at you. I have to apologize. I'm not laughing at you because I was going through the list and I just saw something that caught my eye where it was like Blerd Basics episode number 2, the most useless ninja in the Leaf Village. I was like,
it's Kiba. Most useless ninja in the Leaf Village. So I'm on there. I'm on that episode arguing. It is Kiba. Kiba is the most useless ninja in the Leaf Village.
The title just got me. The title was like, I was like, okay, cool. I was like, most useless ninja in the Leaf Village. I was like, he's gonna say Kiba or he's gonna say I said Kiba was number 2, but I was like, if he said Kiba, he'd be right.
Yep. It's Kiba.
Oh my god.
Man.
And it don't get talked like Sakura she gets a lot of flack. It don't get talked about enough. Like if you ask anybody and they sit and they really think about it, everybody say Kiba.
Yeah.
It just is.
He said we trade them on purpose. That's a joke.
Dang.
Oh my god. So this is what I enjoy. I do this because I enjoy seeing original content. Yes, I'm a big Marvel head. Yes, I love DC characters and I love Batman. But when I see stuff from our people, just original Black Sands Entertainment, Concrete Comics, Greg Burnham and all these guys. Now you got Godhood Comics, Dark Moon Comics,
Midnight Comics. We just got through talking with them, so it's like it keeps going on.
Wingless, because Malachi's been on the show a couple times. So Malachi Bailey, shout out to Malachi. They have original characters with original stories.
So that like going back to what caused me to create Blerd TV. So the deeper I got into Dark Moon, I back other people's Kickstarters, and so like there's Legend comic, like it's a ton freestyle comics, like they and when I'm sitting there reading these books and I'm like, oh man, this is dope, like and so, but at the same time, there's this huge like the general public at large, they don't know about all of these little, black creators.
Right.
And so there's this large like cry for authentic black characters, but we go into Marvel and go into DC and be like, yo, we need them to do, authentic black characters. We need them just to like better represent black characters when we really don't. Like they can continue to do what they do. What the thing that people are asking for already exists. It's just, on a large scale, each one of us is too small to notice.
Right.
But with Blerd TV, that could change the whole thing. If this is the place, if Blerd TV is big enough and this is the place where everybody is, then nobody is any longer too small to be noticed.
But I do like the fact that you are wanting to do the one thing that I love to see a lot of black creators do: variety and networking, because you're only as strong as those around you in the same boat in the same industry are going to be willing to work with you. And that, I think, is going to wind up being the biggest strength among all of you, because like I said, I talk a lot of spit and I do my own, and I'm of course with Chris and Will and Kira on this, but like in your case, what you're doing is literally almost the beginning of your CU, if you will, of Darkmoon and Blerd TV. So, but it's like the fact that you sat there and said that it's like I'm not trying to hold the door. I'm just trying to make an easier path for those to come along and do the same thing I'm doing and tell different stories. I like that mentality, because that's what I think is going to be the big difference as far as collaborations and things of that nature go, is that you have to be willing to work with others. It's not about one entity, if you will, actually making it, but if we all can make it in that sense. But no, I just like the fact that you have that mentality, and just the way you're scaling it. And I'm like, it's, and plus Black Spartans, I'm sorry, the name just sticks with me. I was like, I gotta think of a different name, because me and this man to my left and right have the same name. I'm like, I'm not trying to trademark it, but I was like, I gotta think of something different. Black Spartan.
You said if it wasn't on the comic already, I would have used it.
If that wasn't already on the comic.
No, right. Go ahead, bro. Use it, and then when people ask you where you got it from,
so it works. Everybody eats.
Yeah,
it works. You ain't gonna get no.
It's funny you should ask me where I got this name.
From me.
I can see it. It's funny where I got this name from, and plus you can go to Blerd TV, because they have this nice movie called Sisters. If you like it, if you like if you just like all the above when it comes to anime, you're gonna like that movie. So you're right. Free plug. Now I can go find Spartan helmet.
Yep. What's up, man? We are actually literally so next Friday, we have a small production studio here, where we can shoot some live action too. And so next Friday we're shooting a pilot for my roommate is a demon hunter. So be on the lookout for that.
I need that as an anime now.
My roommate is a demon hunter.
Yeah,
okay.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for that. So I wrote it. We'll be shooting it. We'll be shooting it next Friday. I actually already talked to Open Gate Studios about the visual effects and special effects. So
it's just a dope concept.
It's
a dope concept.
Yep. And you can completely understand what it's about already. You completely understand.
Nah, that's cool. I dig that,
man. So you're pushing on. Like Will said, you're not holding the door open. You're just creating the path. And I'm one of the camp of Blerds that says there's room at the table for everybody. It doesn't have to be one particular platform where everybody kind of funnels in, because now you're just funneling into one platform. That means, once again, you're creating another issue where not everybody gets seen. In the case of Blerd and Powerful, Head Nerds in Charge, Blerd over, Blerdicorn Speaks, Do You Speak Geek, Blerd's Eye View, where we are creating these avenues to say, hey, if you couldn't get over there for whatever reason, you can come over here. It ain't no shade. It's like, because we all correlate somewhere with each other with something, so seeing something like this and understanding, because you spoke it so well, you said it right there, like, I'm not holding the door open, I'm just creating the path. That couldn't be any more truer for what it's built for. It's like, hey, you got a project, you want to join up?
Yep.
You got to treat like the invitation song at every Baptist church. The song has been sung.
The song has been sung. You like to join the church?
The water is warm. We don't bring cold water in this church. We actually have heat in this church. We have heated water in the baptism.
Walk down the aisle. One of our parishioners will walk you down the aisle. If you're scared, that's okay. You can come after the service and come on.
I'm gonna shut up. It'll be like, matter of fact, if you don't want to come, just come after the service where it can just be 2 people. It's fine.
Right. It's fine. Come walk down. Cinematic is just like, that's just how it is.
Yep. Jesus can see you.
Exactly. Yeah.
He knows my heart.
Of course. He knows what's going on. Like, don't you, Jesus? Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, man.
It's always watching. And then again, right. Take it as you will. So you have sisters. You're working with Open Gate Studios. You're creating this new live action. My roommate is a demon hunter, which is I would watch that live. I would watch that as an anime. Watching this one, it just sounds good. You already have some animations going on. You have the comics. What's next?
Well, I mean, we also got we got the gaming stuff on there, and so like, obviously, I started streaming Elden Ring. Either me or somebody else will have somebody streaming.
I do respect the warrior class.
You said what?
I do respect the warrior class. Whoever it was playing, I respect the warrior class.
Yep. I did my latest one was I did a Wretch run. So just start with no armor in the club. Honestly, it's pretty easy. Like to start as a Wretch. Because my first one I started as a warrior, second one I started as a Wretch. Wasn't really any different. Oh
yeah, because you just but you probably got dodging. I died so many times because the dodging. I just sit there and just took the hit. I said, you know what? We just see a battle who can refill first.
Yeah.
So you mentioned
I'm I played episode 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Neo 1, Neo 2. Nice. So like this is my genre.
So I can already tell you probably. So
he's in it. He's in it.
You're probably waiting on Wulong and Black Myth this week.
Yeah, I am. And so I was literally about to say after we stream Hogwarts Legacy, we're gonna be streaming Wulong.
Nice.
Black Myth. So, we've been waiting on Black Myth for forever. Yeah. But get away. We got gaming stuff on there. That was the question. What's next? We got gaming content on there. And then just like Will, like he was talking about, we got those anime debate shows. And so I think that was the second topic. The most useless ninja was the second topic. First topic was Aaron wrong?
No.
Sorry. We just talked about that the other day.
Sorry. That was
about that the other day. We just said the same thing. Like,
that was the first response. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't wrong at all.
Absolutely not.
Like, we just didn't realize
genocide is bad. Full on genocide is bad. But I still wouldn't say Aaron.
But was it justified?
What's wrong?
Genocide is bad and Chloe.
He just had a solution. The solution was a tad bit extreme. But was he wrong?
Sometimes you got to cut somebody out to get their attention. I'm just saying,
Yeah. But when we launched the app, we will be buying other content. So there will be there'll be other animated content on there that's not produced by us. There'll be some other live action stuff on there that's not produced by us. We will, be really aware of these indie film festivals, to especially like the Black film festivals, looking for stuff. That way we're it won't all be just anime and live action. We want to have just like other shows by Black creators that it might be dramas on there, and stuff like that.
This is what I like. You getting the.
I like the master plan. I like the
he's
whole
running a full-fledged TV station.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So when I say we're trying to rival Netflix, I actually mean it. We are trying to rival Netflix.
I like the fact just to hear, and this is again me being picky, but again, it's Black History Month. I don't give a crap. To actually really hear the birth of a network, because and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Brandon, that sounds like that's the end game. The end game is to basically be the network, and not too many on 2 fingers that we can count that a Black person owns a network. No. Specifically one that's directed toward comics, mangas, anime, video games, and like you said, you're going to be branching out in different avenues, but the end game is the network. And that's why I'm like, I like that, because again, it's a solid plan, it's a solid idea. At the same time, it's just the fact that at the end of it all, it's something that's going to stand. So I give you kudos, I give you props.
And like I think last year I saw something like Netflix they were producing like 10 or 20 original anime. And because they're like the Blerd community is just year over year is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Our voice is getting louder and louder. Eventually Netflix or whoever is going to realize like, oh shit, there's a whole stack of money just sitting over there.
That's all they're gonna see is the money.
That's for real. They're gonna see the money. All we gotta do is we just create some anime, make all the characters Black, boom, whole stack of money. Like black anime will be a subgenre. And so if nobody does it, if we don't hop in and launch the channel and do it ourselves, 5-10 years from now, they will do it.
Perfect example is like what is Spike TV called now? Paramount?
It's called about 5 different names.
Yeah,
at
the time it was Spike TV, and when they premiered Afro Samurai, all they said was Black Samurai voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, and it's anime. You just knocked down 3 tiers already, and they were just like, I'm in. Like if you weren't an anime fan, the fact that it's a cartoon, you're just like, I'll check it out. Like, but it's voiced by Samuel Jackson. I'm like, I'll definitely check it out.
But also the soundtrack was
he barely talks.
He barely talks. And then the soundtrack is made by RZA. And it's like, well, you just hitting all the notes right now. So it's just like, let's go.
But Brandon does bring up a point though, because if we don't do it, those types of animes will always be done as great as they are, but they won't be owned by us. I mean, look at the Boondocks. The Boondocks is the greatest example of a Black anime that we all know and love, and we have recited probably more than one line from this show.
Santa,
but at the same time, it's not owned by us. Or Black Dynamite, again, for its nice little 2-season run, was still a great Black anime. Wasn't owned by us.
Dynamite. Once again, shout out to Martian Blueberry, Carl Jones, and Love Barnett. I was like, shout out to them.
But Brent does have a point on that. Like, Netflix, Funimation, Crunchyroll. I'm sorry, that Crunchyroll Funimation became one, so really it's just Crunchyroll now. But
Jaka Lost in Rome. Shout out to J1 Studios.
They will all come looking, and I completely agree with that. That those places will come looking because, as Chris so eloquently put it, They don't see fans of Black anime and manga. They see piles and piles of money. And how can they get a hold of it? I would rather them come to you and Blerd TV and actually work out a deal with you guys and say, hey, for this amount of money, we're willing to pay y'all for us to stream your content, and you get a back piece on the reciprocals. Cool. But at the end of the day, you still own it. Versus
just selling it or going straight there or letting them create the content where they own, because it's like this with comics. It's like that with comics. You said it. You can create a character and then, or you can go to Marvel or DC and say, hey, you have Luke Cage, you have Monica Rambeau, you have all these, you have Misty Knight, you have these black characters, you got Sam Wilson, you have all these black characters, and yet we want you to put them up front more. We need you to put Victor Stone up more. We need you to put Vixen up more. I can't tell you how many times I've heard Vixen come up just this week alone. And here they fall to the wayside for one reason or another. They don't know how to tell the story. They know how to, at least with Marvel, at least they keep it. Icon and Rocket. The whole Dakota verse.
Which is a treasure trove in itself, but at the same time, like you said,
like it's there. And the fact that with the I say with the exception of the Dakota verse, because they seem to kind of rein that in and say, hey, this is ours over at Milestone. You will not take this away from us again. So, but other than that, just putting them out there and saying there's stories that you can tell, just tell them, and not pull them around. Naomi
was another one.
They
didn't know how to write it, and that's why CW fumbled it.
Right. And so when you drop that ball like that, so you're like, oh no, but you have certain factions saying, oh, those characters, nobody cares about those characters. Nobody cares about those characters because they don't see them. So here you have a situation where you're creating an avenue where not just those characters, but these new characters can be seen, and these new characters with these original stories and backgrounds and different power sets. The fact that you described one character who can operate or access 100% of his muscle is, I've never heard that.
It's not a power that's never been used before. And again, that goes back to variety, right back to variety. I mean, we all seen power subsets where they might involve the body and the mind, outside force, things of that nature. But original idea. Go ahead.
Well, his like nemesis will be somebody who can activate a greater percentage of their brain, and so, which will make for some unique and interesting kind of fight interactions.
It's damn near Clark and Lex.
It's
damn near Clark and Lex.
I mean,
opposable forces, opposable. Yes.
If the person with the intellect has to be a dick. He
generally are.
I hope the way he's written, he is a very cynical person just to mess with the other person, just to mess with the protagonist.
Did you want to add some cinematic assassin?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I know you are in the process maybe of collecting these different stories and content from different creators. Are you presently in a position where, I don't know, people can pitch to you? It's like, hey, I have an idea for a comic, or I have an idea for a short animation or something, and they can come to you like, hey, here's my idea. Unfortunately, I don't know any animators, or I don't own any cameras or something. Like, you help them birth this baby?
Yeah, that's a good question. So no, we're not, because you can imagine, I get messages every day of like, yo, turn my comic into an anime. Like, I ain't got that kind of money. I don't know you.
You get the Jay-Z treatment. You get the Jay-Z treatment, basically. It's like, look, man, I got a comic. It's hot fire right now. And, if you just put it out there, I guarantee it's gonna sell. That's all you got? Your comics hot fire?
Yeah. So now, and we mean, despite we're good platform, growing platform, we ain't making no money right now. We putting out everything for free, and so once we fully launch, I want to be in the position where people can come and pitch to us, but just business wise,
it's not smart.
So I mean, I run an organization that gives out $10,000 to $50,000 to businesses every month, and we get people to come to us like, "Oh yeah, I got a great business idea." I say, "That's great. I don't really care about that. Go do it, and then come back to me." Like you got to have something.
Yeah, right. You just can't walk up and just not have nothing, right?
No,
right.
No. The businesses we give grants to are businesses who are already doing the thing, and they're out there trying to make it happen. And so we would likely be, so even when we reach that point and we do get money, I'm much more likely to go to wingless and say, "Yo, I know y'all got stuff out here. Y'all doing, like, you got proof of concept. People buying your stuff. People love your stuff." Versus somebody that's like, "Yo, I just got this idea for this thing." Because I got a lot of
hoop
people,
dreams, coach.
Yeah, I got a lot of people that got
why that feel like a hustle and flow? Why that feel like a hustle and flow moment? I got this beat in my head. I can't get it out. I'm trying to make it work.
Yeah, and so I mean, like, I didn't have a background in creative writing. I watched some videos, read some books. I spent about a year learning how to write before I dove in and did it. But I did. So when people come to us and submit stuff to us, they will need to be somewhere in the process and show that they can follow through on a.
So yeah, I get that. Yeah. I mean, I get that. You want to make sure it's like, do the work. Simply put, it's like you can't come up with an idea, actually put some effort into it. I can respect that. I mean, you just can't. I mean, it's not the lottery. You just can't walk up with a ticket, buy a ticket and quit your job the next day. You gotta have something.
However,
you could. No. Let me rephrase that. Do not
you
quit
hit the
your
Powerball
job before the lottery numbers actually show up.
Okay, that's different. That's different. Now you can. You hit that Powerball. If you hit the Powerball this weekend, give it a couple weeks.
If you hit the Powerball this weekend, please don't dip. They're gonna find you out immediately.
Yeah.
Don't dip, don't call out. Matter of fact, be on time wherever you're going. You want to be above suspicion.
They said somebody from Cleveland got it. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and do this show right quick.
Yeah, we do currently have a submission process for people that have like finished products or finished projects. So like if you go on the Blerds TV, you can see Black Spartans number 1, 2, and 3 are already up as motion comics. Super, like they not super high quality. Like I made them myself, turned them into motion comics myself. Learned a little bit of video editing, boom, did it. And so if somebody has a motion comic that's already done, they want to submit that to us, we would throw it on the channel. Sisters was, we struck gold because I did nothing other than exist, and he came up and was like, "Yo," and so cool. We put that on the channel. There's another one that has been submitted to us. I responded to him, and we just haven't solidified it yet. But it's kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but live action and good, like really, really good. And so
that's an important caveat.
As soon as we get to go ahead from them, we're gonna throw that on the channel too. And so it's a whole nother live action thing. But
I love how
it's got to be good.
I love how he said like Avatar, like the Last Airbender, but good.
I love it. You got to put that distinction. I give him that. It's like Avatar: Last Airbender, but it ain't that one. Just so you know, the one that starts with an M followed by the opposite of day, that ain't it. So just so you know, that's not the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, it puts the movie in a whole nother perspective because I'm like, if this random group of people can do this, how did y'all do that bad on that?
As James Gunn said, storytelling is key.
So vital.
Yeah.
And it helps tonight to not whitewash it as well. I'm putting that out there.
Storytelling is key. Casting is key.
Directing
is key.
You would have got away with it with the kid, but everybody else,
that was questionable. but then again, they try to say Gods of Egypt was accurate. Yeah.
I think the only thing accurate about Gods of Egypt was the God of Knowledge, and that was Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, I was about to, and he was knowledgeable enough to say, I only need like a couple scenes because this is not.
He was like the last Valkyrian at the diner scene where everybody was drinking wine and he wasn't.
Yeah.
That was like, the smartest person at the table.
I'm not drinking with y'all. I am not drinking with y'all. My black behind drinking with the rest of you Targaryens. I'm good. I'll sit this one out.
But no, I do. But again, it's just like, even the fact that I like the work words are escaping me right now, so work with me. Work ethic is the words I'm looking for. The fact, Brandon, that you just have this work ethic, like, okay, I don't know it, but you take that extra step. You try to find literature, you try to find guidance, try to find books, you study the craft. And that's the one thing I really respect about you. It's not like you can easily go out there and try and write and see how it goes, but you really wanted to get everything you could tactile you could get as far as books, things of that nature go, and then you wanted to try it. And then from there you just kept going with it. And I love hearing stories like that because that tells me that it's not just an idea that you got behind it, you got passion behind it too.
Yeah.
And you have a drive behind it. And that kind of thing is infectious because with present company all included here, we're all the same way. It's like you can tell where the drive is, you can tell where the passion is, you can, with those two things, a goal and a purpose are bound to follow. So aside from that, you got the right idea as far as this. And like I said, may I be the person that could sit there and be on after they were famous and sit there and say, yeah, I told Netflix to call him. I told Netflix to call him.
I told him get off there behind and do what they supposed to. But see, Will's right. Will is right. When you say, and it's amazing because you say you started in 2020, and this is when I started the show, was in 2020, and it seems like 2020 and 2021 was truly our awakening.
Yeah,
December 21st rolled around here, and we really did get access.
It was a blurred. It was a blurred up. I can't say blurred uprising. Uprising.
Oh no, it was a blurred uprising. It was a blurred uprising.
Miss Rona had your ass in the house. Sit down. Do something constructive.
But what is it? But I always say what it is about our people. But if we in a space long enough, we will be creative about something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what that was. That was a true awakening because ever since starting the show, I have seen and been introduced to more blurred creatives and realizing, wow, I didn't know it was that many Black indie comic artists.
Yeah.
I need to see them. I need to talk to these people. I need to see what's going on with these people. I'm glad I caught up with Greg Burnham and Blurred kind of got their Tuskegee years. I needed that. I got another book, Guardians of the Homie, where they talk about the descendants of the homie tribes. I need to see that.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is telling our stories.
Yeah.
Seeing Black Sands Entertainment get that major deal.
Yeah.
It was like the win for the Blurred space, because it was just like they've been out here grinding day in, day out, and they got noticed, and they got noticed by somebody like that looks like us.
Right.
And said, look, he was like, look, I got what you need. Just bring it over. You know, so this is something you're doing. He was like, I got what you need. Just bring it over.
Yeah.
And to say that it's not that many out there, it really is. They're growing. Will said it earlier. The blurred space it's growing at an alarming rate.
It's a celebration.
It is.
It's
a celebration, Charlie, my friend.
Well, literally, HNIC they doing the Cage Awards. It's literally.
Congratulations on the partnership for that, by the way. You know, I say congratulations on that partnership with them on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Me and Kurt. those are the cousins in Philly. So, you know, when you see enough activity, when you see enough push, when you see enough drive and passion, you know, and you seeing original content, because let's face it, yes, we do love these characters that we get in the movie theaters or at the comic book stores, but at the same time, we love what comes from us even more.
Yeah.
When you see, I mean, prime example, the fact that Black Panther came out just a few years ago, and you've seen the wave that created. So whether you were a fan of the comic and the character, or whether you've seen a black man in the African diaspora being displaced, and the fact that they had all this stuff going on, it was enough to draw everybody in that was in our camp and say, I need more of this. Where can I find it? Where can I get this at? And then that's when you start getting noticed. That's when, like, well, you know, you got this indie artist over here. You got Freestyle Comics over here. You got Concrete over here. You got Wingless over here. You got all these different comic artists and comic writers. You have all these people who's doing the live action stuff. You have J1 Studios who's out here doing their thing. You know, you have all these people that's pushing the content. The content is there. Now, it's not even about the content anymore. It's not even about finding the content. It's getting it on a platform where it can be seen not just by us, but by everybody.
Right.
That's what it is, opportunity, though. Like just to add on to that, I mean, Black Panther was opportunity. I mean, we knew, from an MCU standpoint, we knew they were eventually going to go to Wakanda. We knew that it was going to be a Black Panther movie, but did we expect it on that scale? Obviously not, but we're still happy with what we got. Still happy with Wakanda Forever, although it did kind of still kind of emotionally shake us. But it did show, like you said, Chris, it was that opportunity. It was that you got to see something like that where it inspired or it really lit a fire under a lot of people and said, I could do the same thing. I could do that, or I could do my idea, or I could, you know, like I forgot the lady's name and it completely loses me at this point because she actually started modeling a lot of African clothing after Black Panther, and she's very famous on Instagram, and I cannot believe I already spaced out on her name.
Carter?
No, it's gonna come to me. I'm brain dead at the moment, but I cannot think of her name to save my life. But she started her shopping boutique after the first Black Panther movie.
Oh, you're talking about somebody else. I thought you meant like okay.
Not the actual designer, although the designer for Black Panther, that woman should get paid more. If she's already getting paid, that woman should get paid a whole lot more. But no, this woman, the person I'm thinking about, which again I should have the name because they're very popular on IG and have their own boutique and actually have their own brick and mortar store now. Started African clothing after Black Panther, and so all that blew up. And then a lot of people are going, well, we know about Black Panther, and of course, a lot of black indie comic book writers, present company included, we're starting to get a little bit more shine because, you know, you see a lot of people, you know, kind of hungering for something new. And like you said, it's because it's done by us. So that was call it what it will. It was a catalyst for that. So that's why I'm like, we're at that point now where I truly do believe in the world of anime, manga, comics, TV, because all the above when it comes to media is going to start turning our way. I mean, I would love to see this in the middle of Black History Month since y'all gave us the freaking shortest month of the year, but I would love to see it around that time just because it's already heading that way. You see a lot more Black producers, Black writers, Black actors are being more put to the front lines. So it's only a matter of time before Brandon and Blur TV and countless others will be able to display a lot more on a bigger stage. The idea is opportunity. That's all it really is. Yeah. But like I said, what Brandon's doing, Brandon is at this point love the idea where you're going with it, but in the end, he's a open door of opportunity to those that have been prepared to take that opportunity and run with it. So I would love to see more of that. I know, Brandon, you've already got, trust me, I'm not trying to add, critique, or do nothing. I just want to be able to sit there and be able to take the Black Spartan thing and go with it. That's just me. That's all I want to do. I just want to run with that. But
this was the birth of the Black Spartan.
He has given me a new name.
Yeah,
I have been named. I'm sorry. That's wrong. That's wrong as hell. That's wrong as hell. I apologize profusely.
Look, see, I can see Kira now. She's watching. She's like, every time I leave these three alone.
It is challenging.
Look, Cinematic Assassin's like, don't put me in that camp.
Right, that's him.
Will's gonna be like, this is all him. Don't put me in this. This was the genius you put me on the bottom with was the one that did.
Man got off a 10-minute soliloquy of pomp and circumstance and praise just to be like, and can I be Black Spartan, please?
That's all I want at the end of it all. Just like Black Spartan is a name I can rock with.
Oh, man. Yeah. So before we close this out, first off, Brandon, I love what you're doing. I love this platform. This is why I love doing what I do. Because I hate to toot my own horn, but I'm a villain, so do I really hate it? No. I like to model the show after Arsenio Hall. And as if you was around to watch Arsenio Hall show, you know that he put on a lot of black acts. Mm-hmm. No one else was putting on Wu-Tang Clan. No one else could get Eddie Murphy on just off the strength of their friendship. Nobody else off the strength of said friendship got Prince on their show. You're on first name basis.
Yeah.
It's just first name, first seat, and just ask the man to play 3 songs for no reason.
Yeah. Just saying. You don't have MC Hammer came in and gave him not only just the show, but gave them a whole concert. So not everybody does that. You had a whole camp of hip hop greats give you one of the best send-offs of any show. Off the strength of thank you, so I like to be that platform to say, hey man, come on, I see what you got, I know what you're doing. I want the people to see it. I want the people to know about it. Where can they find you?
Yeah, man. So we're on YouTube, obviously. So Blerd TV official. That way. Somebody gonna try to knock it off. So we Blerd TV official on YouTube. You can find us at Blerd TV on Facebook and Blerd TV on Instagram. And so one of the other things, because I launched this December 26 at like 11:56 p.m. But I created the pages in like October of 2022 because I was looking around. I was like, man, I can't believe there's no Blerd TV YouTube channel. There's no Blerd TV, nothing. So I created the pages, parked them until I had time. And so we super easy to find. If you Google Blerd TV, our YouTube channel is the first thing that pops up. So
you trademark it already?
In the process, it's filed.
Nice.
Always the key.
Trademark. Legal keeps everybody honest.
Yeah. Well, we'll take it. No, you won't. Somebody tried to come for Blerd's Eye View. Well, they didn't come for it, but they tried. They actually reached out and asked me, like, is that? I'm like, it's a thing.
You'll be hearing from our lawyers.
Like, but they were kind enough to reach out and ask. You know, I'm like, it's a thing. Don't. Wasn't no sharks in the water, I guess. They tried. They were cordial. And I was like, you're that type of person. I can work with you. So, but yeah, once again, Brandon, dope. I'm going to be watching Sisters tonight.
Check it out. Share it.
It looks amazing.
It is. It's incredible. The fact that it's just this small indie film studio that put out something like that is amazing.
I'm just looking through your stuff and it's like best superhero team ever. It's like I gotta know, certain because these are the type of conversations we have. We actually are like we just started doing fan casts. Like the fan cast episodes seem to go over so well because we, it keeps things going. It gets the people talking. It's provocative. I still say the cast from Always Sunny in Philadelphia should be the Fantastic Four.
Oh my gosh!
Just for the comedy aspect alone.
Boy, the level of hilariousness that has the potential to be.
Yes, I'm telling you, seeing Frank.
Oh, Charlie should know.
Anyway, I should start. I just starts clobbering. Oh, Charlie alone. Charlie will be Herbie the robot.
Mac should be the thing. Mac should be the thing.
Wait, I never thought about him that way.
He should.
Mac doing his kung fu moves.
Oh man.
Yeah. Dennis is clearly Mr. Fantastic.
Yes. And D will be the it will be a dysfunctional marriage between him and D.
Which leaves Charlie as the Human Torch.
Right. Oh man.
Charlie would mess it up. Oh my god. It was like, Charlie, you did it again. Oh my god. Now you're making me rethink my cast.
Frank is Dr. Doom.
Good Lord.
Damn.
I'm going back in the vault. We're doing a part 2.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Frank is Doom.
That's too good.
Oh my god. So, man, but thank you again for coming on, man. Look, like I said, you got a smoking dope platform. I love what you got going on.
Appreciate it, man.
So give this up to you. I don't know if they can hear me like that.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, but you need to check him out. Blerd TV is such a dope platform, and it's a cause behind it. And this is what I love about. See, I'm looking Black Creators Highlight Series. That's that was stuff like that.
These moments.
Just these are just really dope moments that I'm seeing, and so go follow them. Go on YouTube, Blerd TV, Blerd TV official. Check them out on IG, Blerd TV, and on Facebook, Blerd TV. Dude, I'll be getting some stuff from you guys. No worries there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I'm pretty sure, especially if y'all down with it, man, we'll probably have a whole episode of Blerd's Eye View on Blerd TV because we need more. I need more stuff over there.
All you got to do is put out the call.
Yep, we'll do.
That's just generally, no lie, it seems like people speak up the show and I pop up as Will. Like he does the show, and it's just like people say my name. They say Chris Fury. I'm like, yeah, you called me.
Here I is.
Can you come on in? Of course. I got time.
That's what's up.
Oh my god! All right. Well, thank you again, Brandon. Let's get the team on. Will, tell them where they can find you, or I should say, now Black Spartan.
I have got to go. I have got to go find a Black Spartan helmet just so I could have it on here. You just made Brandon. You just made my day. Don't even realize it. You supposed to be the guest. You made my day. I appreciate that. But yes, Blackbox447 is where you can find me on all socials. I usually give reviews of everything that I watch, that I read, that I play, including all video games, as I have just got a hold of Dead Space and looking forward to playing that remake all over again and scaring myself crazy at night. So that's going to be fun. Aside from that, I do have a couple of podcasts. Of course, my current news political podcast, How the Frack We Got Here, airs every Wednesday and every Saturday. And of course, another one of my podcasts every Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, along with my co-pilot Joe Tonello, called Get Bit Podcast. You can also find that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch by the name as well. And of course, on the Blerd's Eye View, I am the writer for all things wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kenny for that one, especially after the mess of Royal Rumble and AEW Dynamite, because they can't seem to take a perfectly good black heroine like Jade Cargill and actually give her a personality.
But that's okay, because Jade Cargill is very easy on the eyes.
Yes, she is, but they have to do something with her character, and immediately so, just because it's getting stale. Beyond that, guys, like I said,
wait, I think you did. He wants Jade Cargill to pin him. I see what you did there. See, didn't debate it.
I gotta make sure first. There are other ears. I gotta make sure there was other ears before I answer that question. Of course, I want her to pin me. You think I'm not dead? I got a pulse. I'm not dead. But no, I just want her personality to be. I mean, her gimmick needs to change, and she always does squash match. But anyway, you can find my reviews all about that on the Blerd's Eye View site. If I can find words, that'd be great. Aside from that, I just have one simple rule about following me on social media. I'm a very social, very talkative person, as you can easily tell. I just have one rule: don't be a creeper. And at the same time, guys, for all those that are listening within my voice, I am rooting for all of you. I am rooting for all of you to be successful. I am rooting all of you to follow your dreams. I am rooting for you to become the person that you want to be in life. It is up to you to get there. And just know, I am rooting for you.
That's it.
What's up?
Cinematic assassin in the building. Look, now you don't have to worry about sharing your name anymore.
He won. He Tom Brady to me.
Wow. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hold on. I gotta play it now. Gotta put it. Where'd I put it? There it is. Don't you put that on us! There we go.
But yes, it is I, the Cinematic Assassin, will be watching film reviews, TV reviews, Funko Pop talk, and entertainment news from a melanated man's point of view. If that's something that interests you, you can find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. And as I always stress, mental health is important. So go ahead and take that PTO. And if no one's told you today, I see you doing your best. Your best is good enough. So keep going and spread a little love along the way.
There you go.
Nice.
Guess who it is, everybody? It's the man on the wall. It's your man up north, Chris Fury, in the building. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank our guests, Brandon Calloway of Blerd TV. And you know what, Brandon? I am going to talk to my people, and I'm going to have them send you out a signed poster by Chuck D himself.
That's what's up.
You know, and you'll also get a digital code with the movie for, because it's 50 years of hip hop. They're celebrating 50 years, so why not? I'm gonna have to tell her give me one, because I was there in the trenches of hip hop, so I need some of that action. But yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for jumping in on the YouTube channel. Thank you for the Twitch channel. And if it's our first time here, you can always find us here on IG. You can go to IG. On Facebook, it'll be Blerd's Eye View. And you'll find the link tree in the bio where it will send you to all the great places, including Facebook on the Blerd's Eye View podcast. That's the one with the big capital letters on it. It's also find us on Twitch, Blerd's Eye View 1. Look like all of us are stumbling over our words today. And
spreading.
It is. And you can also check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays listening to us on the Opulence Radio app. Just go to opulenceradio.com and download it completely free, and you can listen to past episodes and piss your boss off. But until then, you can always catch us Tuesdays live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And you can catch us Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on those same channels. I want to thank our guests right here. Shout out to Brandon and his crew over there in Open Gate Studios. Concrete Comics, I'm coming for you next. You gotta get these guys on it because I know they are busy. But until then, when we see you guys next week, I want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in once again, and shout out to everybody. And remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. This is Chris Fury with the crew and our special guest, Brandon Calloway of Blerds TV. We are out of here.